Yes, I'm driving and videoing. My car's automatic for what it's worth, so I only need one hand for this because I don't have a bracket or anything. But I was just thinking about what does it mean to be authentic, specifically in the context of social media. I was a member of a networking group for a while, about 2 years. Every Thursday morning we'd have a meeting, just a group meeting where it's very structured. But I remember always going in wanting to present a certain face. I wanted to be positive, I wanted to be uplifting, I wanted to make other people feel uplifted, in the time that I spent there. So I wanted them to, I wanted to be fully invested. I wanted to be fully involved. Um, so I may have gotten too involved, but I was very involved. And I was leading the meeting for a while as well. But I approached it as a performance. Like, I really wanted to make people laugh and help people have a good time, because things get tough on a week to week basis, and I didn't want to be a downer. So I, week in and week out, I went with this take on it of I'm going to try and make other people feel good, feel better at the end of this meeting, just through the way I approach it. But it burned me out, and after I don't know, not like 9 months of being super involved, I eventually just couldn't do it anymore, and so I stepped out of the whole thing. And I mean, it was still a good experience that I enjoyed, but I don't really miss it, and I wouldn't go back to it if I wouldn't go back to it. But the season for that has passed. But it did get me thinking about authenticity, because authenticity is important to me. Like, I want to be authentic. I want to be real with people around me, as to just who I am and where I'm at any given moment in time. And so what that means is that sometimes I can't be the guy who's making everybody else feel better. I feel like, for what it's someone like a Robin Williams, his job is to make the world laugh. And I think what he might have done, having no actual insight into his situation, what he might have done was say to himself, I'm the guy who makes other people laugh. Like, that's who I am. It's how I define myself. And eventually he gets to a point where he goes, I just can't do this anymore, but I also can't not be that guy, so I'm just going to end it. Like, that's how I think about it. I don't know. I obviously don't know if I'm right. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know Robin Williams personally, but like, that's how I think about it now. And so in looking now at, like, I want to get more involved on YouTube specifically. I want to make videos because that's something that I think that I could do, and it has the potential to have the kind of upside that I'm looking for. But now the question becomes, how authentic am I going to be in that space? Because again, as much as you want to come to it with a service orientation and say, look, what am I trying to create for, someone who ends up watching that video? It's important to be consistent and say, for example, like, I'm going to post one video every week. Every Thursday, I'm going to post a video. And that, I think, needs to be more important than the video has to be whatever. And it doesn't have to be that way. Like, right now, consistency is the primary objective. That's what I'm deciding. At some point in time, I may decide I will only post videos like this, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, I'll wait. But I think for the purpose of social media, the better thing to do is to say, I'm posting. This is the posting routine. This is the posting schedule, the posting cycle, and I'm going to stick to it. And even if it's even if I'm not thrilled with the product that is produced, what matters is the consistency, right? So then the question does become, how authentic is that? Like, if I'm like, even this, like, I haven't shaved, I haven't showered, I haven't brushed my hair. Like, is this something that I want to put on YouTube? Like, is this something that the world needs, wants, should see? How authentic is too authentic? That is the question.